I'm going to start with one of the questions we had last night about breathing. You know, breathing is a really tricky situation because we get all kinds of feedback from now the internet and social media. And if you Google it, there's all kinds of information. There's a lot of teachers that give information and misinformation. One of the biggest things you need to remember is you have to balance your instrument first. You have to learn how to blend your chest, your mix, and your head voice together as a unit without the neck muscles grabbing and pulling. That has to be done first before any type of breathing exercises come into play. Hi, Peru. You have to really balance and open up and just breathe in like a regular person. You breathe into your diaphragm, right? Your diaphragm or your lungs. People always talk about the diaphragm. Don't worry about the diaphragm when you sing right now, guys. That's if you're a little more advanced. You have to balance this whole instrument first. So when you're warming up, just breathe. And when we breathe in, what happens? When you can try it at home. Take a deep breath in. When you breathe in, my shoulders are moving. Why? Because my lungs are coming apart. My rib cage is coming apart and my stomach is doing what? Even if I'm seated, it's coming flat. It's going flat. So you never want to pop your stomach out. You never want to be belly breathing. I mean, that's not for singers. I know that you've heard that from a lot of teachers. There's a lot of misinformation. I'm telling you right now, that is not the way to go. You just take a nice breath in, and you hold and you begin your warm-ups. And do that until you're a little more advanced. And then if you need a little bit more power, we can power up from there and teach you a little bit more about how that diaphragm connects. But if you do it too quickly and start using the diaphragm, you're gonna blow your instrument out. You're gonna blow your voice out. So I can go more into that, but that's another lesson situation. I am a teacher and have terrible laryngitis right now. There's not a lot you can do about laryngitis. You know, it kind of is what it is. You can rest the voice. Usually laryngitis, your voice comes back anywhere between 2 days and 3 weeks. I know that seems like a big jump, but it depends on, there are different types of laryngitis and different strains of that virus. So if you have vocal rested for 4 or 5 days and your voice is still not coming back, you want to go see an ear, nose, and throat. Have them take a quick look at what's going on and make sure that the virus is, you know, it'll eventually come back, but it can take a really long time. They'll probably put you on some steroids, a light round of prednisone, those types of things. But the voice will eventually come back. It'll come back much quicker with prednisone because prednisone, it's going to give your system a boost. So go see an ENT if it's been more 4 or 5 days. Do we have any more questions? I love answering these. Last week was so fun. We had a lot of students with a lot of really good questions. I think there was another one yesterday. Maybe Braden, my partner, is on right now. He can retype it because I have them screenshotted in my phone. I could come out and do the screenshot, but I kind of don't want to do that. So if there's any questions, Braden, give them to me, shoot them to me. I had them in front of me and I was gonna put them to the side, but I was having trouble logging in today. So anyone else want to ask any questions while you've got me? We've had a big year. It's been really cool. I've got Sam Smith and Kim Petras now again doing another huge performance together in London. So I'm gonna warm them up for that tomorrow morning. Five Sauce is in Australia. We've got a lot of stuff coming up for Christmas and the holidays, so it's going to be a fun season. Okay, Braden's got it. Thank you. How do you reduce the nasal sound? That's right. Nasal and airy voices. So let's do nasal first. If you have a really nasal sound, oftentimes that is coming from either your own organic instrument or how you think you're supposed to sing. As teachers, we want you to be in your mask, but you can be overly nasally or overly hooty, like too nasally and too hooty. Neither of those are good. You need to be in balance, right? So you want to have all those resonators in the head and the chest working as a team. If you're too nasally, start doing exercises that lower the larynx, which are like go, 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 or ga, 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 ga. All those UGH or na, 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 na. Those will take the nasally out and we'll bring in the chest voice. So anything that is UGH, O, gug, go, anything that lowers the larynx. Nah, those are the three good ones that I like. If you have a breathy sound, then you're a flipper, right? Most singers fall into one or two categories. You're either puller or a flipper. Puller is bringing up too much weight in the voice, and flipper is having too much air. If you have too much air, you're going to do similar exercises, but you're going to do things that get the vocal cords shut, like a nay, 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 nay. You're actually going to do the opposite exercises. If you have a nasally voice, don't do nay. But if you have a lot of air in the voice, you want to to get the vocal cords together. Also, right behind me, I should be wearing it, but your vocal trainer, guys, your vocal trainer. Use the vocal trainer. The vocal trainer is the best thing you can use to create a voice with not a lot of air. If you really blow into that, it only allows you to use the vocal cords, right? And so their muscles, they'll come together and train to get stronger and tighter, so you have that more forward present sound. So make sure you guys are getting one of these, bettervoice.store. Have to have. Best thing we've ever used as singers. What else? Did I answer that for whoever asked that? Nasally, we have pullers versus flippers. Really good to know what you are. If you don't know what category you're in, you definitely want to have a lesson with a teacher. This is not something you guys can do on your own, really. I hate to say it, Santiago, you're welcome. This is something you really do need a little bit of assistance. So if you have a little bit of time, if you can spare a 30-minute lesson a week with a teacher, make sure they're very qualified. I have 2 associate teachers that work for me that are fantastic. They're in range. The budget is not crazy because we don't want to say no to anybody. So ValerieMorehouse.com, you guys can go there and contact us, and we'll answer your questions, and we'll put you in touch with a teacher that can help walk you through these questions, identify what kind of singer you are, help you use the trainer, all of those things. So it's very important. It's just like a really good athlete having a great coach. You don't want to do it on your own, even if you're super talented. You need your team and your coach. You need to warm up with them during the week for game day. So singing is very athletic, guys. How does the vocal trainer work? What does it do to the voice? Okay, so the vocal trainer is kind of similar to it's an SOVT exercise, which just is semi-occluded vocal tract exercise. It's a fancy way of saying it's going to get your vocal cords together without straining the neck muscles. So really important to use this because it takes the place of the water and straw. You don't really need 4 different size straws now. The bigger the straw, the easier it is to blow, the less pressure you have on the cords. So they'll be coming together, but it'll be easier for them. The smaller the straw, the harder it is to blow bubbles into the water. What the trainer does is it's got this little lever on it, right? And you can open it or you can shut it a little further. And the smaller the opening, the harder it is to blow. Only lets you use the vocal cords. So if you're doing an arpeggio scale, I'm going to tighten it up. And I go, I can really feel that. It's only letting me use my chord. If I don't use the trainer, I'm going to start singing. Let's say I'm singing a song and I'm going, E. Ooh, that might hurt because I'm a puller. It's in my neck. If I'm a flipper, I'm going to go, E. And have all this air. Not great for contemporary singing either. But if I use this, that little lever is making it harder for me. So when I make the sound, my vocal cords are vibrating and phonating, but my neck muscles aren't getting engaged. That's exactly what we want to do. Just like a sit-up, you don't want to use your neck and your back to get you up. You just want to use your core. So when I do now, my voice went boom, 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 and it skipped the neck, skipped any tension in the neck. And I can go E without pulling or flipping, right? So trainer, trainer, trainer. It helps you get there really fast. Any other questions? I gotta grab my coffee, sorry. It's still AM for me. Where is everybody today? Tell me where you guys are. I love to know where you're at. Give me a little wave. Where are you calling from? Where are you coming in from? Any other questions while we're here? I got a little break. God, lots of people coming in today. I love it. Keep coming, keep joining us, guys. Figure out what your questions, because you have me now. So let's use the time wisely. Let me know what you've got going on, how many singers we have out there, who's joining us from where, what questions, Santiago, again. I love all the questions, Santiago. What is your opinion about a raspy voice? Very good question. I think raspy voices really are great for people that do a lot of voiceover, right? But you need to leave that voice in the booth, and you have to have a clear, organic, conscious speaking voice, if you will, outside the job. I do have a lot of voiceover actors and artists, and they all have vocal problems because they keep using their voice over and over and over again. The vocal cords are the one thing that you can actually damage, and it doesn't hurt. You'll lose your voice, you won't be able to sing as well, you won't have the cord closure you want, but it doesn't hurt. It's not like breaking your ankle or rolling your knee or tearing your meniscus. That hurts. You feel that. And you have to rehabilitate it and stay off of it. But people who injure their vocal cords just keep going and going and going. That's really dangerous because it doesn't hurt. It's just like, ooh, I'm tired, I feel that. And so they end up with all kinds of vocal problems. So a raspy voice is really not great. I mean, can you sing clearly and put on a cool raspy tone and have a clear, clean, healthy voice? 100%. I've done it years and years and years with my students who sing really heavy rock. We've taught them how to sing clearly live, and so they have this really cool live currency where they're not blowing their voice out. One thing, they're resonating from the mask. Everything's coming from here. They're talking on pitch, and they're not using the muscles. They can still have this cry, this vocal cry, but the placement's coming from the face. It's not coming from the neck, like way back where these muscles are grabbing and pulling. That's really dangerous. And so you can use the trainer to help place you, and you put on the exact same show. Your voice is your voice. It's organic, and it only is your born instrument. So if you have a cool tone or certain sound, nobody sounds like you, talks like you, walks like you. You're still going to maintain those sounds if you have a clear voice. So don't equate having a raspy, screwed up, messed up sound all the time. Like people who smoke and drink all the time in the studio because they want that raspy. That's not a good way to go. That's not being athletic. That's just being dangerous. And at the end of the day, you're not going to have a very good career. You're going to be a sad singer. You're going to be canceling a lot of shows, and it's a lot of heartache behind the scenes. So I don't recommend that at all. You can still have a raspy, cool sound and be an organic, clean, clear, trained singer. But you have to have a technician that understands how to get you there. That's really important. Not all voice teachers are created equal. So you got to find someone that really understands how to do that. They understand the anatomy. They're not regurgitating what they learned on the collegiate level, or they're not piano teachers that decided they wanted to teach voice as well. You really have to have somebody that's a really, really trained singer in their own right, and has trained somewhere. I love Argentina. Hi, Argentina. There's no certification process for a vocal coach. You're a real estate agent, you need a real estate license. We're dealing with people's minds, their bodies, their egos, their anatomy. It should be something that's taken very seriously and very carefully. So choose your teacher wisely. If you guys are looking for someone, go to my website, ValerieMorehouse.com. We will hook you up with the appropriate teacher that suits your needs and your budget. Who else do we have? We have Argentina. I love all the hearts. Thank you. You guys have to have some more questions. I know you do. If you're all joining in, you must be singers, or you must use your voice for a living in some way, shape, or form. So I love the questions. What else do we have going on? Next year is going to be big. I'm a voice therapist and vocal coach. I'm at the beginning stages of doing research study for voice technique, and I've developed the possibility, discuss this more, and possibility join it. Okay, it's going up so fast, so I did get that question. Please, again, guys, contact me at ValerieMorehouse.com. It's the only way I can reach you. And I have a moment when I'm not teaching to slow down and, contact you myself and figure out, what your questions are and how we can chat outside of this. Previous degree of voice, so dangerous. Yes. So our voice therapist is saying that too. It's very dangerous if you get in the hands of the wrong people. Look, I am going to say something a little bit, maybe not the most popular thing, but I do not know a lot of SLPs. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's a speech pathologist. They are licensed speech therapists that have certification, schooling, and I've met some really, really good ones, and I've met some really bad ones. I've met some ones that they don't really understand the voice very well because they don't sing. And I'm not saying you have to sing to understand the voice, so I have to be very careful with my words here. But I've seen some crazy, crazy stuff in my career. You really have to pick the right person. You could have an amazing speech therapist that gets it and sings and understands you as a singer. You can also have a really great vocal coach that doesn't have any of that schooling, but still understands the voice back and forward because of their process and their studying. And, I've read millions and millions of books on, and not all SLPs are right for the voice too. Yes, so our speech therapist is saying this as well. I've read so much material on speech and speech pathology. I really love it. I didn't want to go through the 3 years of school for it because I don't want to be a speech therapist. And then what would I really do with my degree? It's sort of I don't know, is it a respect project, an ego project? It's probably all those things. I think it's wonderful, the people that have done that. I secretly wish I had the time to go back, but I'm a voice coach. I'm a voice teacher. I'm a singer. I've been through schools. I've been through certification processes here. I've had the best training I could possibly have, and I've read hundreds of books, and I've been doing it for 27 years. So this format works for me, but just really, really research your SLP, research your speech therapist, and your voice teacher for sure. They really, really just have to understand how the anatomy works. There's not 4 methods. It's a one-size-fits-all. I think our SLPs that are joining us today would agree with that. 2 + 2 is 4. It's not 6. Anatomy is anatomy, and it works one way with certain things and certain exercises and certain modifications. It's not like a big quiz. So really understand, go to somebody that understands that. Let's see. Thank you, Sound Waves. I love it when therapists join. I really do. I love it when speech therapists join. I've had a lot of SLPs come to me asking for some help with singers and training and that kind of thing, even though they've gone through all the certification. So it's really cool that we can all kind of help each other. And then I have my questions. Usually it's a technical question. Usually it's a little bit more like, can you give me the proper definition of this part of the anatomy and what the acronym is, and it's kind of nerdy stuff. But anyway, you guys aren't interested in that. Certain needs for certain people, sound waves. Again, yes, that's correct. Everybody, none of us are one size fits all. It's why I don't do warm-ups and sell them. I do them personally for my clients, and I have for 27 years. Because it's irresponsible, really. It's like being a doctor and you're sending them medicine and you haven't even seen them. Right? I know, kind of crazy analogy, but it's true. Let's see. Who else? Do we have any more questions, guys? Because I'm going to have to wrap it up in about 3 minutes. I'm going to have a client in about 3 more minutes. So we're going to wrap it up. Any last questions? We'll do as many of these as we can. Again, get your vocal trainer, bettervoice.store. It's the best thing I've ever used. All my clients love it. If you follow me, official Val Morehouse is my Instagram, and ValerieMorehouse.com if you want to contact me directly. Braden, that question went up too fast. Sorry, you're going to have to teach me how to scroll because now it was here and it's gone. My apologies. We'll talk about that later. For exercise and starting level. Okay. Don't forget the nebulizer, you guys, at bettervoice.store. We have the most incredible nebulizer. I have mine right here. It comes with the medicine, the water that you put in the top, right? So you push the button and the steam comes out. You can use it here. And there's tons of attachments, but it's really a good price point. One of the best ones I've used. I love mine. It blows out tons of steam. Every singer has to have one. Also, we have a cryogenic jaw roller for TMJ. You can make it really hot or really cold. You can roll your jaw and you can use it on your neck. It's incredible. Those are the three things that I highly recommend you get as singers. They need to be in your kit at all times. So you can look at those, bettervoice.store. All right, guys. Well, listen, I've really had a lot of fun with you. I love doing these. Always, you can send us your questions before we go live, just so I have them in front of me and we can tackle those quickly. Or you can just hop on like you're doing now and join us here. But we'll probably do another one of these in the next couple weeks, probably before the official holiday. So think about what you want to ask. Please, again, go get your vocal trainers. Every singer should have one. Hi, guys. Thanks for coming in and thanks for joining us today. And I'll sing a song for you the next one, I promise. Maybe not a whole song, but a piece of a song. So stay plugged into Official Val Morehouse. Stay plugged into bettervoice.co is our Instagram. And we'll have a lot of information on there when we have other classes coming up. And other Instagram lives, or we'll ask you to join us, and hopefully we'll answer all your questions because there's tons. So thanks for coming in, guys. Have an amazing week, and we will do another one very soon. I hope this helped. I have to talk quickly because we have so many people joining with lots of questions. So we will definitely see you next time. Bye, guys.